What's up, everybody? Dead Girl here. Thank you guys for tuning in with us on this special Sunday evening. We've got a special edition for you. Joining me tonight is our very special guest, the man behind Orlando's best horror convention, Spooky Empire, Mr. Petey Mongelli.
What's up?
How are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing all right, man.
Yeah, you guys going a little stir crazy?
Yeah, you know how that is.
All too well, all too well. I figured we could jump right in. I know some folks have got some questions, and I've kind of compiled them on with some of my own. Unfortunately, you guys, well, not unfortunately, but you guys normally do 2 shows a year. You do a spring show, and then you do an October show. And this year has been kind of a hot mess. I know you guys had to cancel.
For everybody.
Dude, yes. Now, I know you guys had to cancel both of those shows, but you announced a couple of months ago that you guys were doing a show in December, which is awesome.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, what fueled that decision to go ahead and say, you know what, we're gonna get together anyway?
I felt that we were seeing other events happening, and I was actually talking to the Hyatt Regency. And they were telling me that they were doing okay. The Hyatt Regency was doing okay because their space is so big and they could put like a certain amount of people in the space and everything. But they said International Drive is a ghost town. And so I was like, oh man, that kind of blows, man. And I just kept hearing all this stuff about vendors and stuff like that. So I was like, so I called up the window. I was like, hey man, how are you guys doing? Are you guys going to be in business like by next year? You know? So I said, why don't we do something together? Let's make this work as a team. So it's, so like nobody is like making $1 million off this.
Right.
And we work as a team, make it as cheap as possible so we all get a little piece and everybody's happy. So we wanted to do something for the Wyndham, and then we also wanted to do something for the vendors. And I remember during the hurricane when we had to do the December show.
Oh yeah.
That time, and the December show was just such an amazing show for me. I thought it just looked amazing. It was just a great show, and the fans were just over the top when they all dressed in red instead of black.
Yeah. And
it was just cool. It was a cooler vibe that we did the Christmas spooky kind of vibe that was so much, that other shows didn't really do things like that, and we did. And I always felt that was a really strong part of Spooky Empire, how we all came together in December. So I thought this was a great idea to do it, even though, we have to do it, how we're doing it,
Yeah. Things are a little bit different, but I agree. I think that people had such a good time when you had the December show, myself included, that they've been kind of itching for a Christmassy type, time. So I think it's great.
I'm definitely excited to see like the cosplay, how like everybody dresses in that Christmas vibe, and be smart, man. Like get creative. Everybody's wearing their masks,
Nice.
Get creative. Get like cool masks, So
incorporate it into your costume.
Yeah, make it interact with your costume. I actually am making a Christmas themed mask for the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, so nice. I'm excited.
Very good. Now, is that just going to be for you, or are you making that for kind of everybody?
No, just for me.
Nice.
I got my own little, Petey thing going on.
That's awesome. I can't wait to see it. Now, I know, a lot of the conventions have been doing virtual stuff lately. Like they've been doing a lot of Q&As and a lot of virtual autographs and things like that. So I've got to ask, why for you was it important to do like an in-person pop-up event for what you guys are doing actually next weekend?
Not to be rude, but I think the people that are doing these virtual things, it's a scam, man. It's like conventions are not a Zoom meeting.
Yep.
Like, dude, a convention's not a Zoom meeting, and like people want to get their autographs in person, man. Like, wow, I got some guy's name scribbled on somebody's, piece of paper, man. It's just lame, man. And Spooky Emperor's not that. We're a family, and we want to see each other, man. And we've been sitting in the house for so long. We just want to say hi, Yeah. Maybe we can't do what we usually do, but
we can't like hug or be up on each other like normal.
Or doing that kind of stuff. But at least we could see each other and go, hey, man, what's up,
Yeah.
In person, and we're already leaving the house a little bit. Like, you're still going to the grocery store.
Yep.
You're still going to Walmart. You're still going to Target. You're still picking up things.
Some people are still going to work.
Yeah, people are still going to work and stuff. So, and we kind of, like, I think the Spooky family needs to see each other, man. I mean, the last time we all got together was last October. Not last October, two Octobers ago.
A year ago.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people don't get to see each other in between shows. You know, some of us do, which is awesome, but a lot of people don't.
You, a lot of the Orlando people didn't go up to the Tampa show, so they haven't seen each other since even
May or March.
Yeah, March.
Yeah, so it's been a while, but I like the fact that you guys are doing an impersonal show. It gives people that chance to physically see each other and say hello. And
but we have to be smart. I mean, plain and simple, we have to be smart. Got to wear a mask. Make sure you wash your hands. You know,
sanitize.
You know everything. Like, just let's do this right. Let's not mess this up. You know.
Yes. So bring your hand sanitizers. Keep your masks on. Keep your distance. Absolutely. You know, do the right thing so we can have more conventions and these can continue to be a thing.
Absolutely. And like we're very lucky that we can have a show at the Wyndham and stuff. Some of these other conventions are too big to have shows at these little venues like this. The convention center. You might not see that convention center convention for a really long time.
Right.
We don't know if that's even going to happen. Next year.
Yeah, I mean, I know everybody's hopeful, and I know they're talking about like a vaccine and all those things are great. So I'm hoping that all that'll come into play, and we can, continue to gather and have the bigger events like we're all used to having.
Yeah,
that would be awesome. And that's actually rolls into my next question. With COVID being a major concern, I know a lot of people are asking, what safety measures are you guys putting into place for this event?
I mean, I wrote some down just to make sure I didn't forget anything. Like, we're going to try to do the one-way aisles.
Okay.
Do we know if that's going to work? We don't know. I mean, be smart. Let's do the right thing. If it's too crowded, don't go in that vendor room. We're going to have 2 vendor rooms. So, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Everybody's got to wear a mask. It's mandatory. Wear it right. Make sure you wear your mask, over your nose, over your mouth, Don't wear it like this. Don't wear it like this. Don't wear it like this. Right. Wear it correctly. Like this. Right. We're gonna try to the social distancing. We're gonna have some things on the floor that 6 feet. Especially for like the celebrity area.
Yeah.
We're gonna have like the stickers on the floor saying that. We're only doing online tickets, which are almost sold out anyway. Okay.
That's awesome.
We're limiting the show. I mean, it's not going to be the normal, 8,000-9,000 people. It's right. going to be like 2,000. It's a big difference.
Okay.
So, and that's for 2 days. That's like 1,000 a day. That's what we're planning.
That's a lot smaller than the normal show.
Totally. It's. You're used to doing like 7,000 to 8,000 a day. Mm-hmm. So that's a big difference.
It definitely is.
So the Wyndham's going to have hand stations for the sanitizer.
Oh,
station.
Awesome.
So they're going to have that set up too.
Good.
And just social distancing and wearing those masks and making sure we all wash our hands and just make sure everything's like like everybody else is doing,
Just be smart.
Yeah, just be smart,
Yeah.
So.
No, I understand that. Now, you mentioned that you guys are going to have 2 vendor rooms?
We're going to have 2 vendor rooms. So it's going to be the main vendor room, which we always have. And we don't have booths this time. It's going to be tables. So it's going to be all separated, So it's going to be spaced out. Hopefully, when the vendors get in there, they get a little crazy and they'll start, well, is that my space? Is that my space?
Oh, let me fill this gap in.
Let me fill that gap out. So visually, you might not think it's spaced out, but it is going to be spaced out.
Okay.
But yeah, so the vendor room's going to be, so we're going to have the main vendor room and then, where the celebrities usually are?
Yes, down the hall a little bit.
That's going to be the other vendor room.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
It's going to be right next to each other, so you could just walk into one and into the other one.
Okay.
And then the celebrities are going to be in the hallway.
Okay.
They're going to be in that U shape.
That atrium type area where they normally put the food and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
And we only have the 4 celebrities, so that's where that's going to be.
Okay.
We're not going to have food or drinks in the Wyndham part because we want everybody to wear their masks.
Smart.
So you're going to have to go to, Gatorville outside if you want drinks or food or anything, and that'll be all outside, social distancing and everything like that. So.
Okay. No, that's smart. And I've got a couple of questions coming in the chat. I know one of them you already answered where you said that the Wyndham's going to have hand sanitizing stations around.
Yes.
So if you don't have your own, they will have some there. Plus there's restrooms. You can always go in and wash your hands.
Yeah.
And then I've got people asking if they're in costume and have a character mask, do they also have to wear the face mask over? And that's Daniel Rodriguez is asking that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's an interesting question. I guess somehow you should put it towards your costume a little bit.
Incorporate it into the costume.
Incorporate it into your costume,
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Get creative with it. Make sure, because again, pandemic, you want to make sure that your mouth and your nose is covered. So if you're in, a face mask, in my opinion, it's not an actual mask covering your nose and mouth. You're still exiting,
or put something in the mask. If you don't want it to wreck your costume, put it inside the mask.
Oh, like filter it.
Filter it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. A hockey mask? Yeah, I would maybe put a filter on the inside of a hockey mask.
Yeah.
That would probably be the smarter. Put like a mask on, inside, and then put the filter over it. That would be good.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Good questions. Good information. Thank you so much. Now for the vendor room, are you guys doing like a one entrance in and then one exit?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. And we've always done that anyway.
Yeah.
But this time, we're hoping people listen, A lot of times people don't listen, but we try our best. I mean, we're not perfect, but we're going to try our best. I could tell you all we're going to do this. We don't know until we get there how it's going to work out, how the people are going to react, how people, but we're going to try our best to make everything, one way in, one way out, aisles,
So it's up to the attendees too to be responsible when they're coming to the event for
yes.
for themselves and for everyone around them.
We'll have staff pointing in the right direction and doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But we're just hoping that the attendees, understand and know what's the right thing to do. It's not that hard. You walk one way, you come out the other way, you wear a mask, you wash your hands. It's not that hard. Just do it. Do the right thing.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you, God. And I've got a few people chiming in, thanking you for having an event, because I know a lot of the vendors have been in a really tough spot this year and they haven't had any shows to do. So this is huge for them.
Yeah, this show is not, it's about the vendors. It's about the attendees. This is about the Wyndham. Spooky Empire is getting their name out there saying, hey, man, we're going to be, this is a little trial for next year, because, next year's going to be a rough year too. Yeah. And we want to have Q&As next year. We want to have we want to put on the real Spooky Empire show.
Right.
So, let's do this, little step by step,
Yeah.
So
definitely. So
and like I said, we made everything possible when we originally put this thing together. We were talking with the Wyndham and we said, let's do this right, man. Let's do it as cheap as possible for everybody. So we came up with a reasonable cost of everything, and that everybody got a little bit of taste of something,
Yeah, and I mean, your tickets are cheap. I know you guys were doing them for $10 a day, and which, of course, Saturday, by the way, is sold out if you have not heard yet. But you can still do weekend and Sunday tickets, and the weekend is $15 and Sunday's $10, right?
Yeah. We have like a number for each ticket that we can sell.
Okay.
And that's how
and that's how you're kind of helping to limit capacity so that you don't have a bus.
Yes. Yes.
Now, if Jane Doe is, decides that she wants to come to the show, are tickets going to be available online the day or the weekend of, or do they have to pre-purchase them online beforehand?
They have to purchase them online.
Okay.
Because we're not taking any cash at the show.
Okay. Good to know.
So, when you come to the door, we're going to hand you your wristband. You're going to have to put it on yourself.
Okay.
No,
it's smart.
Yeah. We're going to be very, we don't want our staff getting sick either.
Yeah. We want to keep everybody as safe as possible.
Yeah. And if you don't feel well, don't come.
Stay home. Stay home. And wait and come to the next show.
Yes. Wait until coming. This is just for people that really need this, There's
a lot of us, man.
Yeah. Just want to see each other and just want,
Yeah.
Just want to say hello in person,
Oh.
I mean, this Zoom thing, it's great. We're having a good time, Zooming and everything, but I want to see somebody in person.
Yeah. Me too. I think most people kind of feel that way, that we all want to see each other instead of just on a computer screen or a TV screen or, however we're watching it. And I am getting some additional questions. I had Cheryl's asking, and I think the Wyndham does temperature checks at check-in. Are you guys doing temperature checks too?
I don't think we're going to do it.
Okay.
I think we're going to just make sure everybody's wearing their masks and everything. I think that's a Wyndham thing.
Okay, which is good. So if you're staying at the hotel, you're going to get checked anyway, and I know a lot of people.
I know the Wyndham's going to have shields when you check in. You have to 6 feet to check in. There's going to be a whole bunch of,
Okay, good. Now, I know we talked a little bit, we'll briefly mention some of the guests. You guys are going to have a few celebrity guests come into the show. And I wanted to kind of pop up the show to remind folks, just in case that they forgot. So we have Riku Browning, who is the last living Universal monster.
He's one of the legends. Yes. There's Frankenstein. You can't meet Frankenstein. You can't meet the Wolfman anymore. You can only meet the creature. Yeah. That's it. He's it.
And he's awesome. So we're excited for him. Yes. I know you guys are bringing Joe Bob Briggs back.
Absolutely. He's a great guest.
Yes.
He loves his fans. He's been doing these too, and he knows the whole, situation, how it works.
He actually had COVID at one point, like months ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he's recovered great. So I'm glad that he'll be able to be doing shows again. And then you guys got Felissa Rose.
Absolutely. She's great. When we put this guest list together, we thought of who would be fun to have and just be somebody that you could just hang out and talk to and stuff like that.
Yeah. And then you guys have David Sheridan. Now, he's a first. He hasn't been to Spooky before, has he?
Yeah, he hasn't been there, but he's a lot of fun. And if you saw his video that he did for Spooky Empire, he's hilarious. It's definitely something that we all need to laugh about, This is good times that we need to laugh, and he's definitely a great guest for that.
And if you guys missed that video, it is still on Spooky Empire's Facebook page, and I believe it's him and it starts out with Felissa Rose, and then he jumps in, and I was laughing for a good 5-10 minutes watching the thing. It was so great.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun, and I think he's going to be in character in the weekend. He's going to wear the costume one day.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, do you know if anybody's are they going to be doing, I know you guys aren't doing any official photo ops. Are they going to be doing any type of long distance selfies at their tables? Do you know?
Yeah, I think they're going to be doing selfies.
Okay.
We're not doing any professional photo ops. This convention is totally old school, from the price of the ticket to, the vendors. We're doing just tables, not booths. And It was really cheap tables and really cheap tickets and really cheap hotel rooms. And it's just old school convention. So if you haven't been to the old days, 15, 16 years ago, that's all it was. And the convention scene has totally changed so much.
Yeah.
And this is like old school. This is how we used to have our conventions.
It's like the old school little meetup where you kind of go for a couple of hours, you get some shopping in, there may be a couple of guests that you want to see, say hi to your friends, and then, go do whatever you're going to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the other thing too, is a few people were mentioning like panels or Q&As, and I know that, this go around, that's not going to be a thing this time.
We wanted to keep it simple and easy, and we wanted to keep it affordable.
Yeah.
A lot of times when you're paying for all that stuff, you're paying for all that extra stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what goes into the budget and stuff like that. And,
I'm definitely a fan of cheap and old school, personally.
Yeah. I mean, this is just going to be a fun thing, and we'll be back to normal next year, you know?
Oh, yeah. And things will, hopefully we'll be back to doing the normal fun things that we can do between, the walks and Q&As and costume contests and all those fun things.
And we're we're very lucky that next year we're in 2 hotels next year. So it'll be very, great that we can still put on a show next year. I'm very confident that we will have shows next year, which I don't know if the other conventions are that confident, A lot
of them have been canceling from what I heard, like California, but California is a very different bird than Florida is, but I know some of those shows, aren't. So again, hopefully everything continues to go well so that we can do all the fun things again.
Yeah.
Now, I was going to ask you this, too, and we already kind of touched upon this a little bit. So you guys are encouraging people to come in their costumes, to do their cosplays, to kind of show off their goods.
But be creative and wear your masks.
Mask up, folks. That's the theme of the show, if you haven't noticed. It's wear your masks, use your hand sanitizer.
Even our logo has his mask on.
Yes, it does. And you actually, guys, you have your Frontier store online where you do have Spooky Empire masks, too, and shirts and all kinds of fun things. So just we'll plug that in there for you. Now
we've been having a lot of fun with all that.
Oh, some good stuff. Now, I know you guys, a lot of the times you'll have these really fun, it ends up, I guess, turning into an after party, and that's kind of a staple at Spooky and what a lot of people associate Spooky Empire with.
That's what we're known for.
Yes, that's what everybody's like, Spooky, they think party immediately, which isn't wrong because it's a weekend-long party, which is great. So are you guys, is there anything official happening afterwards?
There's Spooky Empire is not officially having any parties. There's no DJs. There's no anything. We are not sponsoring anything.
Okay.
After parties, but the Wyndham's bar will be open.
Nice.
So we're not gonna have DJ. So bring your own music, and just be smart. I know the Wyndham is gonna space out the tables.
Okay.
Out there, so it'll be like around, like around the pool and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
They're gonna space out everything. Like I said, it's gonna be all locals. It's not like gonna be like it usually is.
Yeah, not a lot of out-of-towners.
Yeah, so it's gonna be, not as crazy as it usually is. Yeah. So, but we're all still gonna be there, and
we'll still be together.
Yeah, just be smart. Just be smart. I know you're gonna be drinking, like you're drinking, and you can't drink with the mask on. So it's but be smart. Social distance.
Yeah.
You could still get a bunch of chairs, put it around a circle, and still social distance.
Distancey chat, as it were.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No.
You gotta get creative, and the one thing that Spooky Emperor is, we are very creative.
Yes.
Our fans are the best.
Aww. I'm sure everybody appreciates hearing that and loves that and loves Spooky and is so thankful that we can all get together. And I know that you guys aren't doing like the celebrity photo ops and stuff. And I saw recently you guys were posting about Krampus.
Yeah, so I guess he's going to have his own space and he'll be doing his photo ops.
Oh, nice. I'm going to pop up now this is an older picture of the costume that he did. Actually, the last time you guys did a December show when he won the costume contest.
He won the costume contest, yes.
Yeah. So he's going to be set up doing pictures, so that's pretty cool.
With a new costume.
Have you seen it?
I have seen it.
You guys are in for a treat when you see this.
Because when we did the new shirts, we designed the new shirts, he was like, "Oh, I don't look like that anymore." I go, "Oh, that's how we know you look like,
Right. That's how we remember remember you. But yeah, his upgraded one is awesome.
Yeah, his costume's incredible. You know, it's great. He upgraded it. You know.
Yes. And speaking of shirts, you guys put out 2 new shirts this year. Actually, most recently, and then you also have
more than 2 shirts this year. But
yes. Sorry, I meant for towards this show.
For this show, for the holiday season, we did a Krampus themed shirts, and we did 3 shirts.
Yes.
Yes, we did 3 shirts for the holiday season. My buddy Andrew, I'm giving him a shout out. He's my boy. He's just so amazing. The collaboration between me and him is just so great. I come up with an idea, and then the next minute he comes up with this amazing, better than I could even imagine in my head coming out. It's like he is on top of it. He's brought our merch to the next level.
Your merch. Okay, so whenever we come to Spooky personally, we spend so much money at your merch booth. It's ridiculous. Like, we stop there first and shop so that we can make sure we get the new shirts in our sizes because they go very quickly and it's so good. And just to show you guys 2 of the new designs you have, and then I wanted to talk about your other exclusive too.
You can see the 3 on there.
Are you doing the Spooky Empire, the red logo, in a shirt as well?
Yes, that's
awesome.
Too.
Okay.
Yes. If you go to the merch page, you can buy that as a shirt too.
Awesome. And I'll link that down below in the description box once we actually get this up on YouTube for you guys.
It's the Salvation Army look.
It's so awesome. So you've got two of our resident Krampuses, I want to call them.
Absolutely. Which I thought it was fun to use, actually, the people that come to our show. Mm-hmm. I thought that was a cool thing because, like I said, we're all family, and that's what it's all about. We're all part of the show.
Yeah,
you know?
And I want to buy a shirt with, my friends' faces on them. And then you've also got this brand new exclusive, which is the wand.
Yeah. So one of our vendors came up to us and came up with this amazing Harry Potter wand, and it comes. I mean, it's just. I mean, you could go online and you could find out what it's all made out of and stuff like that from where they made the movie and everything like that, and it's just a beautiful thing. And I think you could pre-order it, and I heard that we are selling a lot of them. So.
Yeah, they're selling them through his website. If you guys go to Spooky Empire's Facebook page, they do have that linked up, so you can click on that and go purchase one if you're interested. That was a really cool idea and very unique. You guys have done some unique collectible stuff with some different vendors over the years.
Yes, Spooky Empire stuff is becoming major collectible, from the passes to the pins to the programs. I mean, if the
lanyards.
If you go to eBay right now, you can find tons and tons of stuff people are selling on there, and people buying it like crazy. Yeah. And
people collect everything spooky, like their badges and everything.
Something I really want to do, and I'm hoping to do it before Christmas, is I'm trying to go into the vault, the Spooky Emperor vault, and start putting some stuff up like on eBay, like some of the signs that are behind.
Oh, like the banners.
So and a lot of them are signed and stuff like that. We got them signed and stuff. So we're thinking about putting all those up, and
that'd be cool.
Old vintage stuff that we don't sell anymore. That I think we're gonna try to put it all up for Christmas time.
That'd be really cool. I know some of those, backdrop banners are really awesome, and they've usually got the celebrity name and then some pictures from some of the characters that they've portrayed in the movies. Yeah.
I think we got like Sid Haig's too.
Dibs.
Yeah,
I'm calling dibs. I'm calling.
We got Sid Haig's. We got a couple other ones. I mean, sometimes some of the volunteers grab them. I give them to the volunteers, or sometimes a fan or something. If they help me out or something, I'll give them one of the banners or something like that. But nice. I got a bunch of them, and I think we're gonna put them all up.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of questions coming from the chat here. I have Gavin asking, is there going to be a program for the pop-up events?
Unfortunately, no. Okay. There's no program, and there's no passes either.
Okay.
So, this is,
So keep your your wristbands. That's going to be your badge for the show. And you can write the year on the back of it. And that's how you know that you went to Spooky Empire 2020 if you guys collect those things. I do.
It's, this show is just the bare basics. Yeah. You know, we just wanted to do it for the fans and stuff like that. Just, you know, we're not even going to have like a shirt at the show. Like, you were talking about the merch and stuff like that. And dude, what we have in store for next year that was supposed to be this year, the shirt is so amazing. Like you can't even imagine how it's probably going to be one of our best shirts we ever made. I
don't know, man. You guys have some really awesome shirts. That's a big boast right there.
Yeah, no, this one definitely tops it all.
Okay, well, I'm very excited to see it.
It's going to have blue sleeves. We're going the blue sleeve. If people that collect the shirts with the sleeves, this one's going to be blue.
Ooh, okay. I think I've got all of them but one.
Year. You got to wait till next year for that one.
Oh, come on, man.
So.
All right, fine. I see how it is. But that's all right. I appreciate it. I'm excited to see it. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. You guys always have some really, really awesome stuff. Now, I've got a couple of other people asking celebrity guest-wise if you guys are thinking about bringing any of the celebs back at a future show. One of the guys is asking, and of course everybody asks about Robert Englund.
Yeah.
So he asked me if I would ask if you guys are going to bring him back at some point in the future.
I believe so.
Okay.
One day he'll come back.
You never know.
You don't know. Right now, if you notice, he's really not doing too many of those virtual con things either, and which I'm kind of glad. I think he's did like one or two. That's it. Not really too many. And yeah, we're looking forward to having Robert back. You know.
Yeah.
So
he's always a good one.
We have one poster left for the set of 4 posters that we were putting out. I don't know if you know the 4 posters that we were putting out.
Elvira, Alice Cooper, those ones?
No. We had not those.
Okay.
The posters we gave away at the VIPs. We had Jason, Michael Myers, and Leatherface so far.
Oh,
and
okay.
we still have a Freddy one to release. So
that's at a later date, possibly.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic. Now, I'm really excited. I know a lot of folks are excited for the show coming up. But I've got to ask, do you guys have anything as far as future plans go? I know you've got some of the dates up for next year's show online are already for, I want to say April, and then for October. Yeah. And now for April, are we back at the Wyndham?
We're back at the Wyndham in April, and then we're at the Hyatt Regency in October.
Yeah, I love the Hyatt. I love the Wyndham, but I love the Hyatt too.
My favorite place to put on a show, and I'm hoping that I have visions of what I want to do for that show.
Okay.
And I'm hoping we're allowed to do them.
Fingers crossed for sure. It's such a convenient location because it's got that whole separate convention area that's way away from the rooms. And I remember last time we were there, you were able to have music, like live music and things without bothering some of the other guests. So it's such a great venue.
It's a large venue. It's very large, and we could do everything we want to do, and we can have as many people as we could pack that place, and it still doesn't look packed.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, you're absolutely right.
But my favorite part is the hallway, like putting that stage in the hallway for the bands to play, and we did the kids' costume contest. I don't know if you remember that. It was
I do.
Amazing. And then the cars, we could have a car show actually in the hotel, you know?
That would be very cool.
Yeah.
That would be a lot of fun.
It was like, I think we had the Bandit. Remember when Burt Reynolds was there? And we had the Bandit car right there.
And then I can't remember the guy's name from Lost Boys that played the saxophone on stage.
Yeah, that was like intense. That was like I was like, who's that? The Beatles playing? There was like 5,000 people out there watching him.
Oh yeah, he put on a good show.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So we look forward to things like that, happening again. This weekend's going to be a good way to watch your whistle.
Spooky Empire. There's no stopping. I mean, we've fought everything, from hurricanes to Funko Pops to to everything. I mean, you name it. It's getting kicked out of Orlando, going back to going to Tampa, then coming back to Orlando.
Oh,
You know.
It's definitely, you can't keep a good guy down, that's for sure.
No, we keep fighting, and and I thank all the fans for understanding what's going on, because it's their fight too.
Yeah. And I mean, we get it. We've all, like, especially with this year is a perfect example. Most of us have been home for like 4 months doing nothing. Like, a lot of people can't work. A lot of people can't, do other things.
I mean, me, myself, I've been in the house for 8 months.
Oh, geez.
I have not worked. My jobs are obsolete because there's no movies being filmed. There's no concerts. There's no Broadway shows. There's
no fun.
No,
I'm just going to say it. There's no fun.
So, and like, that's the last job I did on my regular job outside of Spooky Empire was the Super Bowl. I did the halftime show for the Super Bowl. That was the last time I worked.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Holy crap. It's been a while. So, yeah. So, you're in the same boat everybody.
I'm just as ready as everybody else is.
Yeah.
To see everybody,
Oh, yeah. I think we're all ready to get together and to have a good time and, see each other and be safe and be smart. And, the vendors, I'm very excited for them. I'm very excited to shop because I know you guys have a lot of new vendors that haven't been to the show before.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think we're going to have a little bit over 100 venders.
Nice.
In 2 rooms. Yeah.
That's going to be awesome. I'm very, very excited for that. And I know, like, we get a lot of our regular vendors are coming too, which is awesome. I always love, seeing people like 13X. Like, he's always a trip, and those guys are good.
And some of the artists and some of the,
yes. Some of the artwork is amazing.
I think there's so many great artists out there. And then I think that author's going to be there that did the old Halloween book. He's going to be there.
Oh, that book, the vintage Halloween book, right?
Yeah, the vintage Halloween book. He's going to be there.
That's cool. I love his stuff.
It's usually Kim and Gina that do all the vendors.
Yeah.
So I don't get to see the vendors that much until everything's laid out, and I go, oh, can we move this guy here, that guy there? But
you wait till they get all set up, and then you're all right. We're gonna move you guys now.
But I know my buddy Dave's gonna be there, and he's making some tiki mugs.
Oh,
Can't
nice.
wait to see those.
Very cool.
So
I know you're a big tiki fan.
I'm a huge tiki fan. We've had 4 tiki mugs, Spooky Empire tiki mugs, but I am a huge collector of tiki mugs, and Dave's one of my favorite artists when it comes to that line of work.
Are you guys going to be doing more tiki mugs in the future? Have you thought about that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we have a couple, in the works.
Very cool. Okay.
We have if you go online, you could get our tiki shirts.
Yes.
When we had that the tiki party online.
Quarantine-o-ween or whatever. Quarantine stuff.
That's when I think that was like, it was a lot of fun, and I was like, but I don't want to do this every week.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool for a second, and then that was it. I just think, if you want to meet your celebrities, let's meet them, in person, just wait. We got, just relax, everybody. They'll be around, Yeah.
And bring your goodies to get signed. And I know a lot of people, ask too, is can they bring their own stuff to get signed?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, I always bring tons of stuff to get signed because I already have it. I want it signed. It makes sense to me. But most of them sell their own merch at their tables too. From pictures to sometimes they'll have shirts or hats or whatever, depending on who they are.
I suggest if you don't have a Rico Browning autograph, you need to get one.
Yes.
He's been doing our show since the second show.
That's the first show I went to, I think, then.
Yeah, that was the second show in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Well, where Plantation or whatever it was.
Oh.
But he's been doing our show for many, many years. But if you don't have his autograph by now, you need to get it. Yeah. Because you don't know how much longer, No.
We got him last year, and he was so sweet and such just genuinely very, very nice. So we actually went out and we bought a Creature from the Black Lagoon poster, like a really, pretty one that we're going to bring to have him sign so that we can frame it and hang it up in the house.
Excellent, yeah.
So yeah, definitely big push for Riku. get his signature because he, you know, as Petey was saying, is the last living Universal monster.
Yeah.
You know,
and all 4 guests are like just really great guests. You know, so
they're very personable. They're very, very friendly and very outgoing, and they will talk, which is always great. I hate when it's tough when you meet celebs because a lot of the time some of them just aren't very talkative and not very personable. Yeah. You know what I mean? But and I know the 4 that you guys have this go around are all very personable and very friendly.
Felissa, I hung out with Felissa at she was at our show a couple years ago at the VIP party. Mm-hmm. She was just a lot of fun, man. Yeah. You know?
She's awesome. She's good people for sure.
I believe she's Italian too, so that's always a plus.
I mean, I don't know where you would have figured that out from.
But yeah, she's cool.
Very, very awesome. So let's see, are the guests going to have? Most of the guests, I've got some people asking if the guests are going to have their own photos. You know, again, we just said, you know, most of the times the guests will bring their own photos and things for you to buy from them to sign, or you can bring your own if you want. So just a heads up on that one. Let's see if we got any other questions, if I missed anyone in the chat.
I also want to bring up in the vendor, dude, the last time we did the December show, the vendor room, the vendors were so on top of their game. Yeah. I don't know if you remember. I was like, holy cow. Every vendor was amazing. They were like, it was over the top, great Christmas, spooky Christmas stuff, from ornaments to like shirts to like everything, you know?
And that's the thing too, is like, we're getting kind of close to Christmas. And if you've got a fan of like spooky stuff and weird stuff in general, go do some shopping.
Yeah.
They're great.
Everything's so unique, you know, and the artwork's just over the top, you know?
I have so much artwork, I don't have enough wall space.
Yeah, I understand.
So it's tough, and I love buying new art, and I love supporting all of our artists, you know, that come to the show, but it's like, man, I need more walls.
Yeah, I mean, some of the artwork is just so great, you know.
Now, if you guys do end up putting up some of your stuff from the vaults on, you know, eBay or what have you, is that something that you guys will be putting out through the Spooky Empire Facebook page to let everybody know that it's up so that they can go take a look? Yeah,
we'll send out a newsletter and everything like that, you know. And it'll all be unique stuff. It's not like a lot of the stuff that, you know, it'll be like really old stuff or just unique stuff that if we do it. We will have our merch booth at Spooky Empire.
Oh, awesome.
Which we'll be having, you know, some of our vintage shirts there and our vintage posters that we've had over the years. Okay. So we'll have all that there. And some of the pins, you know, the collectible pins that we have.
Okay. But if you're looking for like the new Spooky Empire shirts, then you would go to the website.
Go to the website. We're not going to have any of those. Those are exclusive website shirts.
Okay.
You know?
Very cool. Good to know.
I think you can get koozies too. If you go there, you can get koozies and hoodies and stuff like that. You just got to check. Yeah. There's like a thing on the side where you have to like click.
Yeah, it'll give you different options. I know a few of the shirts come as hoodies.
You know, because everything, we have different designs with different things. Like some have koozies, some have masks, some have women's shirts, some have hoodies, some have long sleeve shirts. Yes. You know.
Yes, I've bought a few from there already, and I enjoy them. They're nice and they fit. They're true to size. So if you're a small, they are a small. If you're an extra large, they are an extra large. You don't have to size up or size down.
Good. That's cool.
Yeah. Well, like I fluctuate.
I don't make the shirts. When we do them at the convention, I usually get a couple of days in advance to check everything over.
Yeah.
You know?
Gotcha. So. I understand. I've got some people asking about vendors, how they're going to be doing payments. I'm sure some of them are going to be doing cards. A lot of them will probably still be doing cash, I would think.
Yeah, they'll be doing cash too. I think even Spooky Empire's merch will have cash there.
Okay.
At the merch booth.
So you don't have to strictly worry about card. Although card is definitely easier.
Card is easier.
And probably at this point I would think would be safer. More preferred.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can just swipe it and then you're done. You don't have to deal with the hands. So there's that also. So I think that covers it, man. Is there anything that you would like to add or anything you'd like to share?
Like I just want to stress out more than ever is to just be, be careful, man. Just like I said, wear the mask, man. Wash your hands. I can't say that enough. I mean, and we're gonna have signs reminding you too, but like I shouldn't have to remind you. We know what's going on, you know. So we're gonna be as safe as possible. I'm hoping everybody else is. You know, we just want to keep doing this, you know. So don't mess it up for everybody, you know.
Be smart. Listen, if somebody's like, "Hey, put your mask on," don't argue. Just put it on.
But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing everybody. You know, I mean, like I said, it's going to be a basic show. You know, what you see is what you get. You know, it's going to be some amazing vendors. You know, a couple great celebrities. You know, the Wyndham is always awesome. You know,
and they're always fantastic to us. Like they're always super nice.
And the good part about it is that we all can see each other outside. It's going to be outside. You know, they have that beautiful outside space. Mm-hmm. You know, we just got to just be smart, you know?
Yeah. And you were saying the outdoor bar is going to be open and they're going to have tables spaced out so you can
have spaces out, you know, and hopefully it's a good night, you know? And and like I said, bring your own music, you know? We don't, you know.
Bring your little, I don't even know what they're called anymore, the little play thing, like the little speakers.
Yeah, the little speaker. Put it on your phone, you know, make your own song list and blast it, you know?
Because, I mean, back in the day, many a moon ago, like, you guys didn't have DJs and stuff. It was just people kind of gathered.
No, I mean, like I said, we didn't ever advertise a party. It just happened. I mean, the story is what happened was how the pool parties actually happened was that we did the Rocky Horror Picture Show, right? Mm-hmm. And it was the fire marshal shut it down because there were so many people in that room.
Yep.
And Alan, my right-hand guy, said, "Hey, man, everybody that can't fit in this room, we'll all be at the pool."
Yeah. Oh, I remember that. I was there that night.
And then the next minute I know, people were taking their clothes off, jumping in the pool. It just started getting crazy, you know? I think there was like 11 people that had no clothes on in the pool.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, and that was how it all started. And then we just looked around, it was thousands and thousands of people. And then the next year, it started on a Thursday.
Oh, yeah. It started like earlier and earlier. People come the night before so they could get settled in and kind of get acquainted before the craziness of the weekend started.
I remember me and, Matt, who is no longer with us anymore. Yeah. We were walking. We were like, what is that? No, it was Thursday night. We just finished setting up the vendor room and everything. And we were walking to our rooms and we just hear like tons and tons of people partying and everything like that. We're like, what is that? And we make that turn around the corner and there was like thousands and thousands of people on Thursday night at the pool at the window. And that's where it all started. I mean, that's, and then we were like, well, all these people, we should have bands out there. We should have DJs out there. Yep. We should have this. We should have that. And then, and then corporate got on our back, the people who own the hotel and said, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah. But it all started from people just gathering and hanging out outside and finding a place to talk.
Yeah. It reminded me of like those old MTV Spring Break parties.
Yes, I remember those.
It was like such like that. It was like craziness.
It's kind of like, you make your own party in a way, with your friends.
I mean, I always say that, like, a lot of people say they're having a party, but we are the party.
Yes.
We
bring the party.
We're the party, man. It's not, you can put on paper, hey, we're having a party. Right. But if we're not there, it's not the party.
Exactly.
We are the party. So if anybody says, hey, are we having a party? It's up to you. You're the party.
Yeah. If you're bringing the party, bring it.
The pool's going to be there, and so is the bar. So
just make sure that, again, be safe.
Be safe.
Be smart.
Wear a mask. Wear it right. Over your face. Not like this.
Yes.
Not like this is the worst.
The chin diaper?
What is this?
I don't know.
Or
I don't
this.
know what that does.
Like, what am I doing here? Like, why is this like
It defeats when you're doing the under the chin, when you're doing the this, it defeats that purpose. Even if you're doing this, it defeats that purpose as well.
But get creative. I know a lot of our vendors are going to be selling some beautiful masks.
Yes.
I could just imagine, like,
pick up some new masks at the show.
I'm probably going to buy 5 to 10 masks off people that weekend anyway, because some of the masks are probably going to be incredible.
Yeah, and there are all kinds of fun designs that are out there that people are using to make their masks with. So I'm sure there's going to be tons of them at the show as well, and get creative with it.
Yeah.
Just
a lot of people, the vendors are a beautiful part of the show, and I feel that they're going to step up their game, and it's going to be a great weekend. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody.
Yeah, me too. I'm very excited. I can't wait to actually see you guys, you and the missus, because again, it's been over a year, since we've actually gotten to say hi, and this is great, but it's not the same.
Yeah. And Orlando's great in October. Not in December.
Beautiful.
In December. It's awesome, man. Like all the Christmas stuff and Grinch, and I want to see some Grinches. I want to see some,
Yeah, that would be fun. Get some people. So if you're coming and you don't have a costume yet, slap together a Grinch costume. Get your, your Krampuses, your spooky elves. We need some
more Krampuses. The more the merrier.
I think there's 3 of them right now. There's gonna be 3 that I know of for sure.
Yeah, I think the last December show there was like probably 6 of them.
Tons of Krampus.
Yeah, 6 or 7 that I know of. I seen a picture just recently of all of them together.
Yes.
Pretty awesome.
And I'm pretty sure they're all going to be at the show too. So that'll be exciting to see them and get your distance pictures, with everybody.
That was another thing that we didn't get to do last year. Was our Krampus party at the bar.
Yeah. The Hammered Lamb, right?
Yeah, the Hammered Lamb. That was fun.
That was awesome.
That was really fun. Great people there. Like everybody there, it was like real family there, and we all were great. It was great,
That was I'm hoping that maybe, in the future that's something that would happen again, because that was a lot of fun.
But I like this December thing, and if it keeps working, maybe we could do small
little pop-up shows in December.
Yeah, little pop-up shows. It was very fun to put together. It wasn't stressful as usually the big shows.
Which is definitely a lot less work as far as having to coordinate, 50 different things from the QnAs to the costume contest to panels and demos and things.
Those shows are just over the top, especially the October show. There is so much going on.
There's a lot going on. You can't do everything at the October show because there's so much happening.
Yeah, so much. And there's so much great things that I think people miss, like the museum.
Yes.
The museum is just so great. I love it.
It's so much fun to go in and just take pictures and to enjoy the artwork that's there.
Yeah. Uncle Bones.
Yeah, yes.
They're just awesome. I have some plans for that for October.
Oh, okay.
And I've been talking to somebody else about that. We want to put together with Uncle Bones a cool museum. Because we always have great themes. I don't know if you've known, we did a Haunted Mansion theme one time, and
it was beautiful.
I think the last one we did was the vintage Halloween, which was really cool.
And then you guys did the monster heads.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to next year having some amazing shows. Like I said, still hang out on our social media. Keep us posted what you guys are doing, Yes. We miss you. Show us your pictures.
There you go. You guys should do a thing where it's all right, show us what you're doing for the holidays.
Yeah, and we've sold so many T-shirts over the years, man. Just show us you wearing them. I hope you're wearing them.
I live in my spooky shirt. If I don't have one on, my husband does, regularly. But we have all different ones because, again, the merch is so great, we can't not buy them.
And if you have too many, you could always make a blanket like this thing. This thing is really cool. I don't know if you noticed, these are all the shirts.
That's beautiful. That's awesome.
I don't know if you could see it all.
Oh, wow.
Try,
I'm pretty sure I have every shirt except the kids one that's on there.
Yeah.
That's a great idea too. If you've got tons of spooky shirts and maybe you've got one that's a little worn, make a blanket. Make a bag out of it.
Yeah.
Repurpose.
Absolutely. So, does anybody have any more questions in the chat room?
I didn't see any more coming up. A lot of people are chiming in that you are the party. So as long as you're there, there will be a party.
All right, there you go.
Petey's bringing the party, so that's. I mean, you're gonna be there, so it's definitely
like
gonna be.
Roth.
Exactly, except it's Petey. We have a Petey party. Yeah, I don't see any more questions. So if you guys have not yet purchased your tickets, make sure that you do so.
It, like sooner than later, because they are selling out. We only have a couple hundred more tickets left.
And I know Saturday is sold out. We were saying
completely sold out, and then we have a handful, more than a handful, but a little more of the weekends, and then Sunday we have a
few of those left too.
Yeah.
So make sure that you're spookyempire.com for tickets, for information. You guys also have your safety procedures up there as far as your mask wearing and all of those things. And then for those of you that are staying at the Wyndham, make sure that you familiarize yourself with their guidelines too.
Absolutely.
Because they have their own, rules and safety things put into place. So make sure that you're checking out both Spooky and the Wyndhams, and then just follow them and behave.
Yeah. I mean, that's the main thing, man. Like, really, know what you're doing, man. And if you're sick, don't come,
Yeah. Stay home. There, you can come to the next Spooky. There's going to be another one. You're not going to miss out. It's okay.
Yeah. And we're not going to be upset,
It's going to be fine. We'll see you at the next one. It's okay. We promise.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I think that's going to do it for us. Again, thank you, Petey, so much for joining us this evening.
No problem, man.
I appreciate it. Appreciate you coming on and kind of helping us get a better understanding of what people can expect from the show. Because I know a lot of people, they see Spooky Empire and they automatically think it's the full shebang and it's going to be fun. And it's definitely going to be fun.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, the fun's there.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a little different.
Yeah. It's not going to be the same as it always is, but yet everything is still, the vibe's going to be the same. The people are going to be there that, you're used to seeing for the most part. We're going to get some new vendors.
It's not a virtual convention. No.
It's a physical thing. You have to show up to experience it.
Yes. We're all going to see each other, hey, what's up?
Yeah. You can wave from the distance or, like fake high five.
Or
the elbow bump has been the big thing. Somebody's doing like a foot thing.
A foot thing, or
get creative.
But it'll be fun, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see everybody. I'm excited to see the vendors. I'm excited to see Rico again.
Yes.
And I'm excited to see the Wyndham and Gatorville, and
all the fun things that there are around that area.
Yeah.
And that's,
I mean, that restaurant right there in the Wyndham, what is that called?
Cooper's Hawk.
Yeah, I love that place.
That place is good.
Yeah, it's great.
It is delicious. So, all right. Well, thank you again, Petey, for joining us this evening. I appreciate it. For those of you that are watching via YouTube, all the links and everything is going to be down in the description box below. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight, and until next time, keep it spooky. Bye.
Yeah.